think when I go live, I can't schedule it over here. A little confused as to how this works. Let's see if I'm live. I am live over here. I'm live on Twitch. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me over here? I did not expect this. Unable to connect. The chat, please try again. Successfully connected. Yeah, you can hear me. You can hear me. Okay, good, good. Perfect. Let me just set up some things here. I gotta put the details in here because for some reason when you stream multi-stream, it does not let you preset everything up for some odd reason. But we will get this situated before we start. We have 79 people in here, 15 likes. Make sure you get those like numbers up. Now I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, so this is a little bit weird for me. I just set up a Twitch, and also I was talking to people in the Discord off and on. Let me see. Let me go to. I'm all over the place at this moment. All right, so how do I check how many people are watching over? On Twitch. There's one person watching over on Twitch. Okay, perfect. And I can check that off and on. All right. Give us the AMC rundown. Okay, so I didn't get enough time to prepare this morning, but I did see that it was down quite a bit. I know you've seen that, and you're probably like, what happened there? It went up to $20. No, I was looking at over a year, I believe. So it did drop down to $9.51. This pre-market, it gapped down, which is not really a great sign, meaning that it has a lot of selling pressure. Seeing that, it's making me think that today is going to be kind of a flat day, but it could be possible that we see a lot of volume. Typically, Fridays are not the best days for a volume here. Give me a second. What book would you recommend reading for people who are new to the stock market and want to take it more seriously? I think there are a ton of books out there, but looks like something's going on with the connection. I think there are a ton of books out there. Super low at 380p. How would the quality be so low? It says 1080p here. You might have to update yours. But books that I would recommend, I have books in my store. If you go in the link in the description on YouTube, you're going to see the link to my store, to where you will find a couple of books. One called How to Day Trade for a Living, and that's a pretty amazing book. Yes, it is a day trading book. If you're not into day trading, it does teach you a lot about the mindset, though. You were definitely 1080. Okay, yeah, it was that person that didn't set everything up right. Can you look at Mavis? They had earnings yesterday. Well, funny thing is, MVIS actually was in Carl's calls. So I don't want to completely jump around here. So let's talk about AMC a little bit before we get into everything else here. So AMC, as you know, was down. Well, technically was up from the previous close, but if you go from open to close, they were down. But if you go from close to close, they were up by 4%. They did decrease quite a bit, got all the way down to 990 from that 1087 mark. So what we were seeing here, let me add this indicator. I added it. What we were seeing here is we've seen a lot of downward movement. The 200 EMA is above the 15 moving average, which indicates that's going to be that downward trend. This crossover, obviously you could see that it did indicate some sort of positive price action to where you've seen an instant drop, and then mainly just staying steady. The fact that it was staying steady, you know that this is still being manipulated, but we have to go as is and just continue to hold on to our position. You can see that in the after hours market, it did drop down quite a bit, down to, I believe, lower than that. Yeah, $9.51, which is a huge drop from where we were at $12. We still have the same amount of buying power. It's just the fact that anything that is being manipulated, there's a lot of different selling power that's going into it. So it's very difficult to take in, but it may be a really good day. You don't know. You see that we are seeing some positive movement here, up to 1019, still down from where we closed, but we are seeing a little bit of positive movement here. We see that crossover from the 200 EMA to the 15 moving average, and hopefully we can continue to see that uptrend, continue to stay above, and we can push that stock price all the way up. It could be a good day, but we really can't tell with how unpredictable AMC and GME are. What's Carl's calls? So I have a Discord group, link in the description. It's the first link to where we have two groups in the Patreon. We have the Discord group where you would just get the Discord benefits. And then you also have the second group, which is $10. And then you would get Carl's calls, which basically we have the group pick a bunch of stocks that they're interested in. And then we have my cat actually choose which stock randomly by putting treats on those stocks, and then randomly pick it. The point of this is that they always say that a random cat throwing toys at a dartboard or whatever can pick stocks and make more money than professional investors. So I want to see if he can make a lot of money. I want to see what percentage he can gain over the next year. So it's going to be 26 times. We're going to do bi-weekly things, and then we'll be able to grow. Last week, yesterday, I can't really tell you what we picked. I guess we actually already did do that. I already told you. So typically I'm not going to tell anybody besides the people that are in the Discord group, unless they get it out of here. But I think it's going to be fun to be able to do that. We also have weekly dividend picks and weekly day trading and swing trading picks on there as well. So yeah, those things will be pretty good for the overall channel, the growth of the channel, and everything like that. We have two people viewing over on Twitch. Thank you for stopping by and watching my video. What kind of cat do you have? I have a tabby. I don't know. It's just a regular domestic cat. What we were talking about in the Discord, we have 258 people on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, get it above 100 likes. That would be amazing. But what we were talking on YouTube, on Discord is, geez, I lost my train of thought. Is about the averaging down method. So a lot of people don't understand. I made a video on averaging down and how people have, they'll have an average of say $10 and it'll go up to $11 and then it'll drop down to $8. And I made a video on how to average down when it is below the price, but you can still average down when the price is above the price, if that makes sense. So basically, if you're a person, let's say you invested in at $9, right? And somehow you can make, it goes up to $12 and you can make $5,000, right? what you could do at that point, and a lot of people don't like to hear this, but you could sell with the thought that it is going to come back down, which a number of people, actually one person in my Discord group has done that. They bought at the low, sold at the high at like 11 something, and then ended up buying back in at the low again. Now, the low was still higher than their original like low, so I believe it was like $7, but you can still lower your overall cost average, which is what is called a wash sale. So they're going to basically take your cost average, anything that you gained, and then they're going to apply it all together and say this would be your break-even point. So yeah. Thanks for cleaning up the electrical cords behind you. Yeah, all I did was move them. I mean, I had a better access over here, so it made sense. Thanks for taking notice to that. How can you feel responsible leading people on to what? Please tell me. Badger 2K. Please take the negativity somewhere else. Too early is a good morning nonsense. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Don't worry about his electrical cords. All right, we have 300 people in here. We're almost at 100 likes. Please hit that like button. 2 people over on Twitch. I don't know what you do over there. You like, you follow. I'm just getting used to Twitch, so it'll be fun. I just want to say I appreciate the information you provide with us. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's what I'm here for, is really just to bought in GME at 350. Yeah, see, if you bought in GME at 350, that's high. I mean, obviously it's the highest point you could get to at this point. So if you could find a way to average that down, make a little bit of money swing trading, you can definitely get some profits out of that. Because this is the issue. I mean, they tell people to hold on. I don't like when they just tell people to hold, and then let me see if I can find the Twitch link. I don't know. How do you link it? Come on, Matt. You're more tech savvy than this. Sure. Here we go. I think that'll work. But yeah, people that invest at 350 or invested at the high point, when they tell them to hold, it sucks, because all the people that are like, hey, you got to have diamond hands, you got to have diamond hands. No, this is why I say that you need to have profit hands. You need to make sure that you can get your profits, because if you invest in at 350, if you see it on the way up and you start chasing the stock, then now you pretty much just lost. I'm not saying you lost everything, but you lost quite a bit going down to 250 at like 33%, or 30% at this point, But right now we are sitting, GME is sitting at 270, so hopefully we can get back up to that point. But it would have been great if you could have seen where the losses were happening, where the decreases were happening, get out of that position, get stopped out of that position, and then get back into it at a lower point. Because getting back into it at 200 or 244 or whatever it actually is would definitely help you out in a big way. We're over 100 likes on YouTube. Thank you for getting me to that point. Continue to hit that like button. Remember, if you want to join the Discord group, it's the first link in the description for both Twitch and YouTube. All right, now we have 5 people over on Twitch. Oh, is that some people from YouTube? I like Twitch much better. See, I'm trying to get used to this chat and that chat, but it's going to be a little tough to do that. I have the multi-stream chat, but it just looks weird. I don't know what's Twitch and what's YouTube. Does it come up different colors? Oh, it does. It does, but I can barely read that text. Like a weird text. Thoughts on Naked, Naked brand. It did. Oh, that's not it. I was gonna say that didn't look right. Where's naked? Come on, no, there it was. I was right above it. I've told someone in the past, I think they asked me yesterday, that at this 96 cent mark, you could definitely see an increase from there if you were looking for a pretty good increase over the, not long term, but over a couple of weeks. Right now, it's looking like it's falling down to where its bottom could be, close to where the previous bottom was. Here you could see it at 74 cents, and it looks to bounce off that multiple times. So you look over here and it pretty much bounced off 74 cents as well. So you can see that that's a point to where it is going to be a support level, a firm support level. So seeing that bounce, you can possibly see that drive up to about $1.50. I would say that it makes sense to get to that point just because you have a couple of resistance levels up here. It's probably going to come and resist at those points up there. You do see a lot of sell orders coming in at the moment. 36,000 orders at $1.01. So that's literally below. Oh, sorry. Okay. So the fact that it is right there, it's just not as liquid. And right where it's standing right now is 98 cents. So sitting at 98 cents, I definitely think it looks like a buy to where you can gain basically 50% on your money if you are getting into that, in my opinion. I think that Naked looks great. Naked brand looks great. It doesn't look like something that can absolutely double to me. I just think it's going to get to a certain resistance levels, maybe like 150, 125. You might want to take your profits at a certain point though. So definitely pick your spot. It would have been great to get in at the low of the low. If it does get down to 74 again, know that it is going to bounce off of there, and you'll be able to gain some sort of profit out of it. So people want to know, well, one person wants to know about the cup and handle. I'm trying to find the best example for you guys because I know we have a cup and handle, but I want to show you exactly what you should see here. So a cup and handle just means that you have that full U shape. It's not a complete bounce off. It's a full U shape. It's a full pullback, or sorry, not pullback, push up, and then you're going to see a slight pullback to where you do see that increase. So seeing that cup and handle that we do see on AMC, that's where we're thinking that it's going to follow that trend there, but it hasn't been following that trend. It hasn't been following many trends. So we've seen a lot of W formations. We've seen cup and handles, head and shoulders. We've seen a lot of different patterns, but it hasn't been following it. So people are excited about it because of the fact that we do see this and where it's indicating some sort of bullish run, and that's not what we're seeing so far, especially since the fact that they are manipulating the position as we go along. So this is mainly what you're looking for here, and that's what you end up seeing with AMC, and I believe that's in the 1 year chart. As you start to look at it, you see that cup and handle, and we were literally on the point to where we were going to break, and they knew that. We were on the point to where we were going to break. We were going to push way past this. It was going to be the 200 or the 15 moving average was going to skyrocket past the 200 EMA, and the 200 EMA was going to be chasing the 50 moving average, which is always a great sign. Very bullish indicator there. So I mean, the fact that we see this cup and handle and we did not see that run there, that's where it ends up being, you know that it's manipulated. You needed to see this run here. Oh, come on. We should have seen it continue on the way up. The problem is that we didn't see it continue on the way up because they manipulated it. So it sucks to see that, but that's mainly where we stand. I think you need 100 concurrent viewers to qualify as a partner. Plenty of apes on your YouTube that can come over to do that. Okay, I don't, you just need 100 concurrent viewers one time, like not the whole entire time. If anybody's on If anybody has a Twitch account and can watch over there, I just started streaming on Twitch, and I'll post it again in the chat. We have 630 people over on YouTube and 170 likes. If you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Watching both streams at the same time, creating a slight echo. Is one off from the other? It should be spot on. PLTR, I was actually hoping that Carl would pick this yesterday when we went through. Oh, yeah, sure. I was hoping that Carl would pick this yesterday when we went through, because I was looking at it and I was just like, this has so much potential. It really does. Seeing this run that you did see here and seeing this bottom out, start to bottom out and start to have this run up here, it has so much potential, really does. And even just to get back to $30, and I would love to see that happen, because a $4 gain is definitely good depending how many shares you actually buy. So I believe that PRTL or PLTR, getting all of it mixed up, is a really great buy. I would love to get in there. I would have loved to be in there at $20, but like I said, I'm holding up a lot of positions especially with Rocket Mortgage, thinking that was going to skyrocket from 33. I still have to find a way to continually average down with that without obviously spending any money. I'm going to find my spots, but I'm depositing money now into Webull. It's just very difficult to get that cleared because it takes a while. But yeah, let's check in Robinhood. So I got to check Robinhood for a little bit. Yeah, so we have 19 viewers, 17 viewers over on Twitch. That's amazing to see. Thank you. No over multiple streams. Hey, Matt. Here to help you out, mate. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for starting a Twitch stream. YouTube is doo-doo, and finding stuff live to watch, in my opinion. I hear you. How many people? We have 18 people watching. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for coming through. Let's see. What does YouTube have to say? When are you dropping new NFTs? I'm going to redo those NFTs. Well, I didn't even check if someone actually owns those NFTs, but I'm gonna redo the NFTs with a cheaper price point, and let those grow, let those trade back and forth. But remember, that's going to be something where we have those meetings, and we can do that through Discord if you want. It seems like they have like a video section to where we can basically all come together as that group and just talk about different things, what's on our mind, what stocks we're looking at, anything that we can teach other people, because obviously I'm not a person that knows a ton about options. So as I start to make these videos and talk about this stuff, I have to learn about options a little bit, and I have to really dive into it, I guess. Are there any good female gamers that play Dirt Rally on Twitch? I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. Off late, it seems that you're bullish on AMC, but not on GME. You come across a bit negative. Just wanted to share. I appreciate your input. I appreciate your thoughts. Yeah, I just don't talk about GME as enough. I am not negative towards GME. I am kind of shocked that it got up to 350, basically 348, and the fact that it did. I'm sitting here in awe, and I obviously missed a huge opportunity there, right? So I know that AMC is huge. Get rid of AMC and GME and learn how to. Okay. Well, come on. I respect your opinion, Badger 2K, but just like don't curse. And yeah, I'm just trying to make it clean here. I mean, I'm not trying to kick anybody at this point. But yeah, I like GME. I'll tell you that. I do like GME. And I just always like the best points. And I was looking to get into this position as well. When it did go down, let's go to 5 days. When it did go down here and drop down to basically, it was 215 when I seen it halt, and then it dropped down right when it started. It dropped down to 172 really quick, jumped up, and then jumped up a quick again. It gapped up very fast, and then you've seen basically it started to pretty much skyrocket at this point, and I was like, this is not, I can't get in at this point. So I decided to basically put more money, a little bit more money into AMC, average down, and then pull some of the money out as I went into it. But yeah, seeing that, I was just like, I could get into this by, easily 4 or 5 shares, make a little bit of money, or hold on to it till it gets to 300. And it was close. It got up to 280, which I would have sold at that point if it did come back, but I didn't get in it. So that was where it was a little bit tricky. So I'm not against GME. I'm not. We have 778 people on YouTube. Please hit that like button. It does help out the YouTube algorithm, and we have 16 people over on Twitch. I don't know what you do over there. Some sort of like button, I guess. You have to have some sort of like button. This is the way. Oh, come on. When buying GME, lad, I want to buy back in. So yeah, I would like to buy into GME as well, but I want to see the best opportunity, because the thing for me is it's definitely a mover. You can see it gets down to 200 and moves up to 270, and it could be a slow move or it could be a fast move, but you do see it move up, and it's been doing some really good things this morning. Look at this, from 244 all the way up to 270. Like, that's huge movement, to tell you the truth. So I'm looking for that drop, that quicker drop down to like 200, so I can see a faster increase as well. Looks like cost is actually making a move. I need Rocket to make a move so that I can, I don't know if I should sell that position or hold on to it for a long period of time. It's only 220 shares. Mavis a good buy. I do believe that Microvision is a good buy. Where's Microvision? I had them somewhere here. I'm overloading on these stocks. I did think that Microvision was a good buy. I bought in yesterday 5 shares for Carl's calls, and sorry, yeah, I bought in yesterday at 14 something. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's over on Fidelity. For Carl's calls account, and you see that jump up to $16.19. So right now his call is looking really good. So you're saying that he isn't a trader? Yes, I am a trader. Yes, this is Weeble, the desktop version. Please get your hands away from your mouth. Sometimes I feel right leaning forward and always on my hands. So I guess the software that I'm using is Weeble. It's I think it's the 4.8 version. It's about to be like 5.0 soon. But yeah, I think Weeble is an amazing platform. It gives you a lot of opportunities to draw on there, draw different trend lines, find support levels, being able to even just put something as simple as a horizontal line and finding different support and resistance levels is definitely something that you can look into as a positive. But being able to do everything just based off of one click, it's like boom, I can click AMC. It does have hotkeys, which I do need to get into, but yeah, I can tell you that looking into this, it's definitely a great platform. The order books is something that I really like to see as well. You can see all of the sell orders, the volume of the sell orders versus the buy orders that are coming in at what prices, to see where the support and resistance levels actually are. The RSI, having that down there, knowing whether it's being overbought or oversold. That's definitely a great deal to have, but it's an amazing platform. If you want to sign up for Webull, the link is in my description as well. You can sign up and get free stocks if you deposit $100. We have 800 people watching over on YouTube, which is, and we have 295 likes. If you can get that above 350, that would be great. Trying to save y'all from investing. I warned you, man. I had to. I mean, I had to. What do you think about? The only thing I dislike on Webull is ET +2. Do you think it's a possible red correlation with the foreign markets being red? I don't think it has that correlation with the foreign markets. Seeing these red days across the board, I mean, we have red days for multiple reasons. I know with AMC and GME, cost, Rocket, all of the highly shorted positions, only reason we really see red days is because of the hedge funds, constantly shorting the position. Bro, you gotta stop asking every 5 minutes. I just want to see people engaged. Being engaged is definitely the best part. Yes, you can have the chat moving, at a certain rate, but getting people engaged, you're always, looking at them to either select the like button or dislike button. I want 100% utilization there. I want people to. Someone saying something to Badger still? He's not here. You're getting into NFTs. Are you planning on getting into Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a really high price. Yes, I would think about getting into Bitcoin, but I was not really a fan of cryptocurrency. I wasn't a fan of cryptocurrency. I would say that now I'm starting to become more of a fan of cryptocurrency. It seems a little bit more stable than it was in the past. Especially since it's at a high price point, it seems a little bit more stable. I understand that it's moving thousands of dollars, but it's a little bit more stable from, going from the peak down to the bottom very quick. That's what it used to do, and now you're seeing a lot more. You need apparel for MP stock bandits. That's not what the Discord group is called at the moment. Hey, watch you every morning. I don't ask many questions, but I just wanted to ask your opinion on CTRM. So yeah, William, I'll check it out. Thank you for watching every morning. I really appreciate it. I did draw a trend line on CTRM. I believe it was a while ago. Let me see what I did in the past, because I haven't checked them out in quite some time. I was really excited about this because I did see a bottom out right here, and that's what I was looking for. So looking at this massive increase that you've seen from 15 cents all the way up to $2, whoever actually rode this out from the end of the year all the way until we got to February, I mean, you made a decent profit out of it, especially if you bought it at a high amount of shares. That's huge, right? So seeing this is why they say that, picking random stocks can actually make you a lot of money long term. And it doesn't have to be super long term. It could just be a couple of months. But seeing this growth here, it was consistent growth, long growth. And I mean, once you got to somewhere around here, that's where you see it did have that massive increase, where you did see a pretty substantial decrease here. And I would say all of this decrease was really justified based on the fast increase that you've seen over the after hours market. And everything else was really just people selling off as they started to, basically say, all right, is this going to continue on the way down? I wanted to capture all my profits. And it did get down to about a low of 65 cents. And what I seen, which now this has to be adjusted, what I seen was kind of a launching point at this point. You've seen this launching point, and now this has to be adjusted at this point, which was going to take off, and I was hoping that it was going to take off in a vertical sense. So we see that end up taking a clear route to $1.50. But I do see some positivity here. You can see that you did have that low point of 65 cents. Right now, it looks like it's starting to bow out a little bit. So hopefully we don't see another down day. You might want to check out what's going to happen today before you get into it, because if we see that cross back over, you see the 200 EMA and the 15 moving average. If that crosses back over, and this basically indicated a bullish run, but if this crosses back over, it's not going to be the best sign here, because it's going to indicate more of a bearish run at that point. So I definitely would wait it out a little bit to see exactly what's going to happen. We're already down 3% today, so if it continues on the way down, you might see that crossover. You might see more of a bearish run there. Let's see if I can address some super chats here. The multi-stream doesn't allow me to address super chats, does it? We have 13 people over on Twitch. Good morning. Thank you for the super chat. Mecca, is it Micha? Thank you for the super chat, newbie. I just wanted to say thanks for answering my questions. You're the most audience engaging stock live streamer on YouTube. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. I try to be, as engaging as possible, talk to everybody that's in the chat. This is what we're here for. It's not just to, talk to other people or just, talk to yourself. I want to address everybody and all their concerns, which it's very tough to do with something, one, that's very unpredictable at times. But two, it's very tough to do when you're trying to analyze a certain position. So if I go into this and really talk about AMC in depth, it's going to be very difficult for me to get back to other questions that are there. So obviously, if anybody sends a super chat, I try to address that as quickly as possible, because you send anything, I mean, that's your hard-earned money, and I understand where that comes from. But I try to address everybody in the chat as much as I possibly can. I got some money in AABB. Thoughts on OCGN? I actually did like OCGN a while ago, and Biden's meeting today. I didn't see about Biden's meeting today. Isn't he supposed to sign the stimulus bill today? I'm not sure if he did that yesterday. Not 100% sure. I haven't followed up on any news there. Let's see. So OCGN, I actually did like OCGN. It was testing multiple areas yesterday. Yesterday was, wow, I did not see that yesterday for some reason. It went up to $10.65, did drop down a little bit and leveled out. And you see in the after hours market, it pretty much leveled out to decreased a little bit. It had it's 0.21% right now in the pre-market, 18% yesterday, which was pretty good. But yeah, a couple of days before, I did not. Let's scroll in. Actually, let's go with 5 days. A couple of days before, I was really hype about them as a position to get to like their low, and then see them end up making a big move. I did not expect a big move that fast, but I did expect them to make a move. So I'm just missed it at that point because I was paying attention to other things, mainly work. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something that looks pretty good. I think you kind of missed your spot here. I'm not saying that it's not going to increase. It may slowly increase more, but you missed a pretty decent increase at that point. And I would take profits. The thing that I like to do is take profits throughout the day. Obviously, as a day trader, you hear me talk about taking profits, more times than anything. That's all I want to. All I want to do is take those profits as much as you possibly can. So with AMC, this is why you always hear me talking about the fact that you should take your profits, even though people want you to have diamond hands. I think you should have profit hands. You should definitely, if you have a good enough profit, take it, because it looks like they're going to be fighting this back and forth. So for something like AMC and GME, both of them, it looks like they're going to be fighting it back and forth. So if you can take your profits at these high points, take them, because they're gonna come back, and then you're gonna basically have to wait it out. And if you can take your profits, take your profits. There's gonna be one time to where you do see it jump up, you see it skyrocket. For AMC, I don't think we've had that point yet. We've had it jump, but we haven't had it skyrocket. GME has moved 50% in one day, has moved 100% in one day. AMC has not. So that's why I'm always talking about AMC is about to burst, because AMC is still hasn't hit the 20% mark gain in one day. Does AMC theaters reopen all over the country have a positive effect on its position in the market? Yes, absolutely. That's huge news, because then they could start generating a lot of revenue, which is something that they're obviously lacking in, because with them closed, they can't make any money. So they really need us to support them in any way, and we have been doing that. So with them opening up, it's going to be huge for the business. And as long as they're starting to change things up and driving in a lot of business, with the amount of people that are talking about AMC, that are invested in AMC, some people might end up choosing AMC over other theaters, even if the other theater had something that they did like in the past, or they loved in the past. So we have 11 people over on Twitch. It's crazy. $1.9 trillion US. I put my hand near my mouth again. It's entirely dumped into the markets here, pretending it doesn't exist. Well, the checks haven't gone out yet. It was signed last night. Okay, yeah, I totally missed it. I didn't stay updated on that. I know it said he was supposed to sign it on Friday, but I guess that ended up changing, and he signed it last night. Reading this multi-stream chat kind of sucks. GME 800 by the end of the day. I don't know about that. They said GME jumped. GME is now at 270. AMC did drop a little bit, but it's at 1016. Cost is actually making a little bit of a move, 8% up today. I have, getting into costs. I mean, seeing costs growth, I mean, that was phenomenal. Seeing this was amazing, because I was questioning getting into that position, but obviously I needed to take some money out of AMC in order to put it into other areas for investing. I wanted to put it into GME, but I didn't. $800, that's hopeful. I usually go to AMC, but I will now for sure. Exactly. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to go to AMC theaters over anything else, because of the fact that they support them so much in the stock market. There's so much word of mouth with them. As long as they can change things up, change a little bit with their business plan, obviously make some things cheaper, like popcorn and stuff, I think people will be really happy to go there. They need to change a lot of things up there. Did I get a donation here? I don't know, maybe I'm a little late to that. I don't know how all this stuff works. The popcorn. 12 by the end of the day. See, this is the thing. I predicted early this week, as you've seen. First, we have 1,000 people in here. If you can get that above 500 likes, that'll be amazing. But I predicted that it would get to $12, and then I also predicted that it would get to $15 because it did also already get to $12. But someone said something about the thumbnail. But obviously, seeing this drop that we've seen with AMC, it did get to $12, so I was happy about that. But it did not get to my ultimate prediction of that $15 mark. It should have continued on the way up, going to $13, $14 by the end of the day in the after hours market, probably pushing $15. That's where we should have been. My $15 AMC calls are expiring today. It should have been at 15. I've got a $10 call option on AMC for today. Hopefully it bursts to $12. Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. The fact that it dropped down to $9.50, and then even as we get to $9.51, it dropped there multiple times. It looks like that may be a support level there, an ultimate support level where it bounces back. But the fact that it dropped down to $9.50 is absolutely ridiculous from where it was. No, you're telling me that all of the people that are holding, all of the retail traders that are holding, dropped out of the position that much? No, it was the shorting, it was manipulation. There was a lot of things that were going our way for that day, and it just wasn't sitting well with them. So they decided to, manipulate it, right? Can you please check out the Reddit post on the after hour single wick spike? I'm really trying to figure out, and no one seems to know to actually have the answer. The single wick spike, typically when you have the single wick spike, it's a stop hunt. They're trying to stop people out of their positions, so they look for those positions in order to buy them out at those positions. So they're going to do that. That's typically what you will see with the stop hunt. But I don't know which one it occurred in, if it was AMC or GME. But I did see something that it went up to like, what was it, $20 or something. I could check out the Reddit Wall Street Bets. That's like the #1 option. Yeah, could you just you could put the link in the description if you want. That'll actually help out. But yeah, I would say that the single wick, anytime you do see those large wicks that drive up, that looks like it went up to that price really quick, it's because they're looking to find stops. They're looking to find limits, and they're gonna actually sell you out of those positions when that actually happens. How does that work with AMC? They have the ability to do a lot of things that we can't do. So they can stop if they're looking to buy back certain positions. They can actually find all these limit orders and end up doing that. The problem is that they're not going to find a lot of those limit orders at a certain point. And people will have these limits up that high. The thing is that they must have preset those limits, because a lot of times you can't set those limits. If it's too far away from where the price is, you can't really set that limit. So that's where it ends up being a little bit tricky, especially with the amount of movement that it has in a day. I think it goes off the average movement. But yeah. Biden's meeting with leaders included India's PM Modi, who took. Are you saying the COVID vaccine or Covaxin vaccine. So what is that supposed to do for the... Give me a second. Look some more stuff up. Oh, so that's why we would have seen that jump in OCGN. Okay, so now I know where you're getting that from. So yeah, either way, I thought OCGN was actually going to be something that pushes up. So you're saying that OCGN might take a large jump with the fact that you have the Covaxin vaccine. That's interesting, very interesting. I have to keep a close eye on that. Bring that up above Tesla, since Tesla's not really doing anything, in my opinion. It has gotten down to $666, but I would like to see it below $600 before I make any true investments. But yeah, I mean, that's something we're going to need to watch. We're not really seeing any movement here. So we want to be able to see some positive movement. We might see positive movement over the rest of the day, but seeing that 18%, that might be a large factor in that. Should we expect a high position heading into the summer? Yeah, what I've said about for AMC, is that what you're asking? Do we expect a high position? I would say that for AMC, yes. Over the summer, where we have a lot more people going to theaters, a lot more movies coming out, yes. I think people are going to support the theater and really get it, off the ground, and hopefully they can get it back on their feet when it comes to revenue-wise. I think that AMC will be pretty big. I think that it's going to be something to where right now it should be a $10 to $15 stock, and where you see it at, it's $10. So $10 to $15 right now, but obviously once they start gaining revenue, gaining the traction back, understanding how they can change their business plan, paying off debts, all of that ends up bringing the value of their company up, and people start to value it a lot more. People are going to be holding for a long period of time, and I think hedge funds are going to be shorting for a long period of time. So all of these pushes that we see up and pulls back down, we're probably going to see that for a number of months, maybe even to a year. We might see it longer than that as well. So yeah, I think anything about ET for a day trade. I'll check that out. Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult there though. We got 13 people over on Twitch. Can't wait for $20 of a bucket of popcorn. Can't wait for $20 of a bucket of popcorn and a soda combo. Woohoo! That's funny. Their popcorn and stuff are expensive, but hold on here. I'm in the wrong area. Let's see. What do I think of ET? I'm gonna ask this over on. Oh, it moved. I know they had a different portion of it. Yeah, I think with that Covaxin news, I think that might be a really big deal for OCGN. But news tends to affect it in a different way. I mean, so what do I think of? I'm trying to jump around here. What do I think of ET as a day trade? It doesn't look like it moves a lot. You can see it as a swing trade. It definitely has a swing trade option. You can see that it grows. It has a slow growth. Let's see. Something like this. I like to see a lot of movement in a day in order to get a day trade, because you want to predict where the bottoms actually are. And if they don't have multiple touch points, you can't predict that. So here, it may make it pretty easy to say, like looking at the 15 moving average, it is fluctuating between the 15 above and below the 15 moving average, which is something I really like to see with a day trade, because if you do have that pull away, you know that it's going to pull back to it. Now, is it going to completely pull back to where it was? Because you look at this, the 15 moving average, crosses over and starts to decrease. So that means no matter what, your pullback will actually be less. So you'll see a pullback that'll come back to the average, and it'll only be a 8 cent or 7 cent swing, which is not really the largest swing. And by the time you get into it, it might be only a 5 cent swing. So I don't look at them as a day trade. It's too small of movement. Like, you need at least 50 cents of movement in order to day trade. I am starving right now. We have 1,148 people in here for YouTube. Hit that like button, get it above 500, 600 likes. We have 14 people over on Twitch. ET looks like he's headed home. I got what you did there. ET phone home. YouTube is chaos. Yeah, right now there's 1,000 people over there, and there's only 14 people over on Twitch. So if you want to join me on Twitch, definitely do so. I think it's still tough because I have to do the multi-chat, multi-stream chat. Oh, my stomach is growling up a storm here. Oh man, I need some like cereal or something. Probably get some after this. It's expensive, but it's a part of the experience. You're talking about the movie theaters. You're talking about AMC. AMC hit $16.50 last night at about 10:30 p.m. You must be in a different time zone. Are you in the West Coast? Because the after hours markets stop at like 8. The SPY is never really on my radar. People bring it up on my radar a bunch of times, but it's never on my radar. Let's see, based on any technical analysis we can see here. I know it's something that moves a little bit different. So do I think it's going to go up? It depends what the day is. I mean, we could see, it looks like it's off and on what we could see. We could see a positive or negative day. I think, yes, in my opinion, it looks like it does have a little bit of fight. And you could see that the 15 moving average is starting to, really creep up to crossover. Do I think that it will get above 396? I don't know. I don't know about that. It could possibly get above. We need to see a really good day for it to do that. I mean, it's not too far away. It's really not. But the axis here for how big the price is on this, right? The axis is really small because I guess it does not move a lot because it is an ETF, right? So a trust, but yeah, as you start to look into this, the axis is really small. So it makes me think that it would be very tough for it to actually get up there. The movement here, the typical movement that you're seeing high to low is $4. So from where it is, it has the possibility of getting above 396, but it's a slight chance depending on if we have a really good day, like we did. Well, we started with yesterday. Popular. All right, so we have 1,207 people from what I see. If you could hit that like button, that would be phenomenal. Also, if you're interested in joining the Discord group, the link is in the description. I have no idea what they're chatting about right now. I haven't looked at it. Am I an affiliate on Twitch? Not yet. I have to, I don't know the detail of how you do all of that, but I'm just trying to Twitch stream a little bit. See what's going on there over on that platform. I'll have a look for you, Matt. Thank you. I think the multi-stream look, like I can barely read the colors of the names. Maybe I can change that. I don't know. Be careful when you become an affiliate. You can't cross-platform stream. Really? That's stupid. Why couldn't you do that? At least 500 total minutes of broadcast in the last 30 days. At least 7 unique broadcast days in the last 30 days, and an average of 3 concurrent viewers or more over the last 30 days. And at least 50 followers. Why can't you cross-platform if you... Oh, we got somebody following over here. Thank you for hitting the follow button. Once you become an affiliate on Twitch, you can't restream, or you will get banned on there. What? What does that even... Restream? You mean like I can't put it on another platform? I don't know what the... Why is this not updating? The chat's not updating. It just doesn't move. You can't. I don't know why everybody says that. Because Twitch owns your content at that point. But why would Streamlabs OBS allow you to multi-stream if you're not allowed to stream on both platforms? That doesn't make sense. So does YouTube. Technically, we're both streaming at the exact same time. All right, so we got 1,220 people. I have to do some research on that. You are a slave to Twitch. Stay on YouTube. Well, I am, but I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that you were only allowed to... I have to do some more research. If that's the case, then I won't do much over there, or I won't become an affiliate. I'll just literally stay as is. We have 600 likes here. Thank you for hitting that like button. Would love to get it to 700. Thank you, everyone. Let's see what AMC, GME, what everybody's doing here. Let's see what the Discord group is actually talking about. So from the book I'm reading, I'm the Dow and SP 500 stock is the same. Seems that a lot of people are having conversations over there. Wild Ride. I'm getting Carl a Levi stock this morning at the open, $24.44. Funny thing is, I held a ton of Levi stock. When Webull actually gave me free stocks, they gave me a ton of Levi stock. And I ended up selling those because I wanted to put it into other areas, and I like to kind of concentrate things. Sometimes getting those free stocks and where they sit them at, you can actually gain a substantial amount of money from it, and they're showing with like Levi. Oh wow, this is a 1-year chart. You can see it. But yeah, as my stream goes on, you could see a lot of people talking in this chat. It's awesome to see everybody communicating with one another. Yeah, so if you want to join that Discord group, it's the first link in the description. It is $5 to sign up. If you wanted to join the second level, though, it's $10 to where you would get all of the Patreon access. is it too late to buy GameStop? I think they have their dips, and what you're going to see with GameStop is you can actually get in at the lower points and sell at those higher points. You can get in at these, 200 plus dollar mark, and then end up probably selling somewhere around 270 or 300 or wherever it actually gets to. But it has a lot of volatility, a lot of movement compared to some other positions that are out there, and that's what I really like to see. As a day trader, obviously, that's really what I like to see. My hands are freezing. Hey Matt, hot stock here. It's MPLN. MPLN. Yeah, I'll have to do some research on that whole Twitch thing, because that bothers me that you can't stream on Twitch and on YouTube because they own your content here. A hot stock at this point, it looks like it was decreasing a heck of a lot yesterday. It looks a lot worse than it was. So it's only down to $6.33. The axis is just very small of a range. But it did get up to $8.03. You did see a pretty substantial increase. Let's look at how it looks for the long term. You see a lot of movement here, and it may be at a point to where it is at a low, and you might be right. You might be absolutely right to see some sort of gain here, but let's see how we look for years time. It might be something that we see as a complete downward trend, and that's exactly what we've seen. As something that's a complete downward trend, it makes me think that it does not have the full ability to go up. Yes, you did get down to this point down here, so it did stop it. That might be an absolute low of $6.20. $6 or above $6, basically. Anything below $6, I think, is not going to be a thing. It looks like it really resists at that point, or it has a support level at that point. So we might see some sort of a push up, but the thing is, any massive push up that we do see, we are seeing a massive decrease as well. So it doesn't hurt to put some in there in order to have that price drive up a little bit, because it looks like it does have very quick movements at times. But I wouldn't say that this is a hot stock. Maybe there's some news involved with it. Of your stock fading into closing after the bell. No, not really. No, not really some great news. So I think picking your spot, this would obviously be the best spot because it's the lowest point that you've seen in this stock's history. So yeah, I would definitely say if you want to make a move, it's at $6.33. You could probably get some sort of gain out of it. Not bad. Not a bad position at all, in my opinion. We have 1,215 people in here, almost 700 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. How's Tesla doing? Tesla is at a point to where I'm waiting for them to pull back. You know how when like say if you make like extra money, Tesla's at $675, yes. But say if you make extra money, let's say if you make $25,000 a year and somehow you end up making an extra $30,000 that year. Well, next year you expect the same amount, $30,000. That's the same thing I'm doing with Tesla. I see them drop to 500 and I'm basically saying, hey, you know what? I want to see them at 500. If they're at 500, then I'm looking at them as a buy. But if they're not, then I don't want to go into it. So in my opinion, I would wait it out. It's at $700, which is very close to where, not very close to where the peak point is, but very close to where that a lot of resistance points are at $800 or so. Between 700 and 800, you have a lot of resistance points. That's a huge range, but you do have a lot. Tesla might pull back today. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that they do. And if they do, I may. Oh no, I would have had enough to buy one share, just because I pulled money out of AMC. But I'm going to use that money to average down on AMC if it does drop. But right now, AMC is sitting at $10.20, pretty standard. I'm thinking that they're probably going to have a pretty flat day, in my opinion. Cannabis stocks, please. Let's look at cannabis stocks. What are they doing right now? I know they had a pretty good day yesterday, right? Tilray was up 16% yesterday. Had a huge amount of volume. Where's the volume at? Volume of, maybe not. Oh, that's the volume today. Sorry, the volume yesterday was 37 million. Average volume is 40 million. So it was pretty average for volume, but I guess it was all the volume was on the buy side of things. So I didn't even know that works by pressing delete. So that's something new that I just found out by accidentally pressing delete. So yeah, it looks like Tilray, let's look at the actual day. They had a great day yesterday towards the end of the day. The beginning of the day was pretty much flat to negative, but you had a pretty good end of the day, and it still stayed flat throughout the after hours market where it did gap down, and now it's starting on the uptrend again. So you do see it as a decrease here with that large gap, but it's a positive from about this point all the way up to that point because you see the movement. It's a slight increase. And you're probably going to see a lot of the same. Yeah, a lot of the same with all of the other positions because of the fact that cannabis stocks all follow each other, really. And you're seeing exactly the same thing with everything because everybody that's invested into this pretty much follows the same route. SNDL included. So in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I think it is a great time to get in there and hold for a long period of time. It's definitely a long-term play, not really a short-term play. If you want to gain a ton out of it, yeah, they had those spurts that they did have. I believe it was a while ago. Let's look at, it's 3 months. It was a while ago where you could see this large increase, which was a pump and dump. You've seen the same thing with Tilray. It was a pump and dump. Everything followed the same method. We have 1,221 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be phenomenal. Sorry that I keep asking. People keep reminding me that I ask a lot. But you got to ask. If you don't ask, it doesn't happen. We have 16 people over on Twitch. I don't think that's 100% true. I think they responded to somebody else. Oh, it didn't. With the ripcord at $50, I'm not in much. It still hurts. Yeah. Are you talking about GME at $50? You don't ask that much. You don't beg for money every 12 seconds, which I appreciate. It's good to hear. Thank you. At least somebody appreciates me. Show your appreciation. Where's YouTuber Appreciation Day? Where's that at? Is that today? Let's make it today. Maybe they actually do have that. What software is this? This is the Webull platform. If you click a link in the description, I do have a link down there where you can get 2 free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. Also, you can download this platform. It's a separate platform. It's not like a browser platform like some of the other ones. You download this separately. It's Webull 4.8, I believe, and they're supposed to be coming out with 5.0 soon. It's so cold down here. National YouTuber Day is May 1st. Good to know. Let's see. Matt, I like your channel because your unbiased opinion and your professional mannerisms. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I wonder how's Mavis. What's MVIS doing? Not my positions because I don't own it here. Where's Mavis there? It's up right now 5%, but it was pretty much, I think it was up higher than that before that. Let's see. Yeah, so it was obviously up to $17 at one point, but right now it's hovering at $15.68. So it's looking pretty good. Carl's investment is looking great. It's not obviously the best it could be because it could be at $16.99, but it is up to $15.70, which is higher than where we invested in that. I have to check exactly where we invested at. All right, I'll show my appreciation. You seem like a good dude, and I like your optimism. Thank you. That means so much to me. I appreciate the super chat, and I like all the positivity. You know, here I like every single person's angle, as long as they're respectful on it. Like they can say, oh, I don't believe in AMC or I don't believe in GME, and give their reasons why. But you know, there are some people that are just rude about it. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, Herman. GME is hopeless. Why would you say GME is hopeless? Let me know your reasoning. I mean, it does have very spotty growth, but you could see that it does move quite a bit, which shows that it does have a lot of buying power. Carl is sleeping, but he's a wise cat when it comes to stonks. Yeah, it seems that way. It was funny because in the video he was going straight towards I can't remember what it was. I still have the papers on the floor. But he was going straight towards another stock, and he went straight to Mavis. Like he went there, and he ended up turning. Like Pisces gang, yes. You missed my super chat. Where? Who is it? Oh, white man. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Roblox. Okay. Let's see. So Roblox is actually down to $72. I still don't know where their bottom is when it comes to Roblox. It's very tough to say exactly where their bottom will be because right now you're still at a point to where it's fresh, it's new, it's the new thing, and people are looking to buy into it. And the people that are holding are trying to figure out what's going on with Roblox. So like with this, you see that it drove up, nobody owned the stock, so obviously you have to buy it up if people buy it up. And then what people are doing is they're holding on to it. And now you have more people that are buying into it. And those people that gained money from down here at $60 are now selling because they gained 33% on their money, right? So then they end up selling it off. And I thought that it was going to continue to trail off, which it did a little bit, but then ended up flattening out because you have people that believe in it at $70. People that were still holding at $70 and said, look, this is going to, skyrocket. And I think it's definitely going to show what the true bottom is once you see people start to get tired of it. Because right now people are just holding, and holding is provides great strength because all it does is level it out, and then you really don't know where it's going to go at that point. And you have some points to where it increases, some points to where it decreases, just based on some people that decide to let it go and don't want to hold for a long period of time. I've had a number of people that said, I only want to hold for 5 days to see what it's going to do. Or some people that say, I want to wait it out for 5 days to see what people end up doing. So I want to see what it does next week before we can, get into that, because you are seeing this, upward trajectory here. Are we going to see it increase a heck of a lot? I haven't seen it break past 70 in a while. So this is where I'm still trying to wait it out, still trying to figure out what's happening with this position. IPOs are tricky. You can gain 30% or you can lose 30%, or all of it, basically. Going to the moon someday. Yeah, I think what's going to happen with like AMC and GME and some of these other positions. I'll get into that. And some of these other positions is that we're seeing the hedge funds do any manipulation they can off and on while we're holding a lot of these positions. The holding creates strength. Just like I said with Roblox, it creates strength. And we're doing that with AMC, we're doing that with GME, cost rocket as well. And eventually that bubble is going to burst to where they have to buy back a lot of these positions. They're going to continue to short and continue to get out of some shorts and get back in so that they gain a lot of money on the way down and end up bankrupting the company. But they think they're going to win and they're not. It's going to be something that we end up pushing them past, this bankruptcy phase. And it ends up being a pretty big deal for the company to where they can finally do something right revenue-wise, financially. And I think you're right. We could be going to the moon soon. It's just when are the hedge funds going to give up? Assuming you use OBS to stream, what video editor do you use? Camera and mic. So for this mic right here that I have attached to me, it's actually just a standard lav mic. I have a number of mics, but if you're talking about my overall camera, the one that I use for my videos, I have a Sony AS100, which I'm looking to get another Sony AS400, I believe. The Sony AS100, I would tell you, has a timeout, so it ends up overheating if you record in 4K, which is the case in a lot of cameras. It ends up overheating probably in like 40 to 50 minutes if you record in 4K. And if you record outside, it ends up being worse. So I can't say that I fully recommend the camera. I like it, don't get me wrong. It has great features, great quality, all of that stuff. But it's just really tough to deal with that, especially if I was recording our podcast. When Erica and I did the podcast, it was very tricky to get things done. We would basically go 40 minutes and it would time out, and then we would wait for like 10 minutes and then record the next 20 minutes, and to which it might time out in like 10 minutes after that. So it was very tricky to record a longer podcast with this camera. And that's why we're looking to move into another camera or have another camera that can record 4K at least 2 hours, which is going to be tricky. You have to pretty much buy an expensive camera for that. But I also have a shotgun mic, which is a Rode shotgun mic on there, so I don't have to actually attach a mic when I'm recording my videos via that camera. But for streaming, I have the Logitech Brio camera, and then this mic right here. I use OBS Streamlabs for everything, so hopefully that does help out. There's a lot of links in the description. I have affiliate links in Amazon for like mics and tripods and cameras as well. I didn't put the Brio on there yet, but I think it was sold out everywhere anyways because everybody's streaming. Fun dad for breakfast. Oh, because I said I'm hungry. That's funny. Yeah, so remember everyone, if you want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. It's $5 to join, but I think that kind of sifts out all of the people. If I made it free, I feel like there would be an influx of people to where you would have so many people, it would be overwhelming. I want people to get used to everybody understand what somebody specializes in. So if you are an expert in options, then you can talk about options and answer a lot of the options questions. Even teach me some option things because I don't really know about options that much. But if you're an expert in long-term investment or day trading, we can definitely have these conversations. And I think it's going to be a really great group. It's starting to grow. And there are two sections. There's the Discord group, which is $5, and there's another group, which is $10. And you get all of the extra things like Carl's calls, dividends, weekly dividend picks, day trade picks, swing trade picks, which I'll do the day trade and swing trade picks next week. I wanted to do Carl's calls this week. So I think that's going to be a really great group. Thoughts on Andy Monroe said this over Tesla? So you're saying these electric cars over Tesla? 1,000-mile range? But I mean, the car is just, I mean, looking at that car, it looks dumb. I mean, it doesn't look like something I want to drive on the road. I mean, what's everybody else's opinion? I don't know. I can't say. I don't think it's something that looks appealing. No, right? It looks like a platypus. What? Yeah, it doesn't look. It looks like a sperm mobile. That's the funniest thing. That is the funniest comparison because it does look like a sperm mobile. Oh man, that's looks like a tampon with wheels. This okay, so let's put this back over there. Oh man, that's funny. I don't think that's over Tesla, but we can definitely look at um, that like stock. I guess is there stock in that? I guess there's not. I can't say that over Tesla. It I, yeah, I wanted to say it looked cool, but what do you think about bad news for Tesla? I feel like there's a lot of these. I feel like there's a lot of these like electric car companies that are trying to be the next Tesla. That literally looks like a box. Now, you know what? I, you give me your best jokes on this. Let's refresh the page. I don't know if it is a joke, but I mean, what does the inside look like? This is the MPDV, a delivery electric delivery machine. Not to drive, obviously. For this is real bad news for Tesla. Honestly, you kind of like it. Tesla SWAT. um, it looks like I don't know. It looks like a vehicle from Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't handle like the steering wheel from what I've seen. Let's see. The steering wheel is a square steering wheel. Just I mean it's not normal, I guess. Range 250 miles. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough though, because Teslas go like 400 or something, right? What's this potato car? Someone called it a potato car? What? This minivan. What's, someone really called it a potato car. Next stop, soccer mom van. Yeah. It's like 28 minute 28 minutes charge time 80%. That's not bad. Uh, collaborate with Apple Car. Wasn't that the company that collaborated with Apple for the Apple Car? Um, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the Apple Car will look a lot better than what's going on here. Why would you even do that? Why would you? you know what? It looks interesting. Don't get me wrong. It looks interesting here, but I can't say that it's something that I would think is. I like the delivery vehicle aspect to it, like changing those out for like UPS. That makes sense, but everything else, no. Did you hear about the Apple Car design? It has no windows. Good joke. Good joke. 250-mile range, just far enough to get to the nearest charger. That's funny. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of different cars out there, or a lot of different electric vehicle companies out there now that are looking to basically compete with Tesla. But the fact that Tesla is like, not the first to do it, but the first to really be as popular as they are. It looks like Roblox is actually making a move up here. A little bit of a move. It's up to $72.67. AMC is down to $10.16. We're seeing a little bit of a level off. We have about an hour until the market opens. GME looks solid around 270. It's pretty much starting to stay flat. You did see this crossover, which indicated that increase, and it did come back to the 15 moving average. But the 15 moving average, or the price, ended up being flat, so it made it simple for it not to come back, but for it to level out there, if that makes sense. LOL, the truck, not the van, next year vehicle. The canoe truck, look at it. All right, well, let me see if that is a thing. Do they have it? Oh, coming soon. Do they even? They don't have any pictures of it. Yeah, they don't have any pictures of it, so I can't really. If you can send me a link to the picture, I guess that doesn't really. I can't really see what the truck looks like. You need better mods. Check the chat and ban HF. Who's HF? I think this is for the environmentally friendly conscious soccer mom to take her kids to the blitz ball tournament. Do we live in the future after all? That's funny. That's really funny. Um, where's Trey? Did Trey not post today, or go live today? AMC closing red today. I think it might be a difficult day today, as you see the pre-market. The pre-market does look like from where it actually, dropped at. Let's see, go this way. From where it actually had that initial drop and did have that increase. It looks up from where it dropped. The problem is that it did end up dropping pretty significantly, and now you're getting close to where you do see that crossover, but it's not actually crossing over, showing that we're not yet at the point to where it's going to indicate an uptrend. And it looks like it might be a pretty red day across the board, but who knows? It might change. And sometimes, actually a lot of times, when we see more red than anything in the pre-market, Microvision looks good, but we see more red than anything else. Typically, you're going to see more of an increase, and then that's more of a false increase to where you do see that eventual decrease. They got called in for World War III. Let's hope not. There's a doctor appointment. Now, which platform is this? This is Webull. So the link is in the description if you want to sign up for Webull. All you have to do is deposit $100 and you'll get free stocks. If you don't want to deposit anything, you don't have to deposit anything. But obviously, to trade, you need to deposit something. So the platform is Webull. Again, link is in the description. Guys, remember, if you want to join my Discord group, it's the first link in the description. Yes, Webull. It's the Webull platform. So again, the link is in the description. I don't know what link it is specifically, like what in line. I do have my NFTs, but I think it might be, it's after the NFTs. You're gonna see get 2 free stocks with Webull, and that's the link to sign up. And I do have other NFTs that I created, but I think those are too high of a price. I would like to bring those down as well. I still suspect a positive day for both. That's interesting. I expect them to probably remain flat. I think it's going to be ultimately the around, maybe it'll be positive, but at $10.50, I think it'll stay around there. I like to stay around even numbers. It just makes it easier for math. In most cases, I like to stay at that $10.50 mark, or $11 or $12. Yeah, it could close at a specific number of like $10.37, but $10.50. Can AMC touch the hundreds like GME? It could, if they would stop manipulating things. I mean, it could have really skyrocketed in the beginning when we were looking at this, when restrictions were put in place. Yeah, it was something that was pushing up. We could have seen it up in the $50 mark right there, and then slowly push up as time went on. Sperm car can be a flying taxi, just saying. I don't think anybody wants to ride in the sperm car. The truck was posted on Facebook feeds. Do we have a picture of? Maybe it's on Google. Oh, here we go. It looks like I mean, it doesn't really look like it has enough space as a truck. It looks like the van, but they just cut off a portion of it. So you look at this, and it looks like the van, but they literally just cut off a portion of it. Like, they didn't even try and redesign this at all. I feel like the design, they're saying coming soon, but all they did was cut off this piece. Am I right by saying that? No, this is not the sperm car here. This is another canoe van, the one that we were looking at that someone called a potato. The rest of the truck is coming soon. Yeah, I don't know about this. It's like it's 200 miles of range. Isn't Tesla like pushing the boundary of like 400 miles or something? Yeah, I don't think it's good. They're making space for The 3D meat printing. I don't even know how that went. Is that? Oh, it's supposed to open today at $15. So we might want to check out. Is it today? The IPO for Meat, the Meat Tech 3D. I am so cold down here. I'm definitely going to turn on some heat when this live stream stops. We have about 45 minutes until the market opens, so we need to get prepared, see what's going to happen. Where is it? What? Obviously, it's not March 2nd. When is the IPO date? Expected to trade today. So today is the IPO date. We're going to look into that, see how that IPO goes. Is Matt streaming today? Anyone know? Like me? I'm right here. I just want to see Mavis bounce back. All the way up to 20 or so. Then Carl's pick would be good. Technically, it was somebody else's pick because I asked people in the Discord group and let them decide on what stocks we put in here. So if we see any good growers or anything like that, obviously we need to see something that is growing and hear the reasoning behind it, and then we can get into that, or we can get into the stock. So yeah, I think MVIS can definitely make a move, and Carl thinks so too. So AMC needs a roaring doggy. What, like GME has roaring kitty? Where is that super chat down here? Did I buy AMC this morning? It depends if it actually has that dip. Below $10, I still think is a great buy. This is not like advice. This is mainly just my opinion. Carl is my cat. If you don't know, we're doing a thing called Carl's Calls on in Patreon over on the Discord group. But yeah, as long as it can get below $10, if that does happen, which it looks like could be a possibility, definitely pick out the low and get in when you can get in. But I'm looking forward to, if it completely pulls back like well below, I'll buy into some. I'm looking to lower my cost average, so I'm going to continue to lower that cost average. If it gets lower, you're going to see me make multiple trades, probably not on here because I already have all of my day trades done for the day. My day trades, I have 0 until I get to Wednesday. But then once I can move the money over to, I have money depositing, and then I can also move money from Fidelity, but I have that money in AMC. So either way, I'm looking to average down because the money in Fidelity, I have about, I think $700 of free money to just use. Realistic price for AMC. If it made a move like GME, then if it makes a move like GME, realistic price, and not saying the top price, realistic price is easily 150, I would say. 200 might be in that realistic price as well, but that's what I'm saying. If it's a full squeeze potential, yes, it can go up very, very high, but it's something that the squeeze potential has been decreasing a little bit more, and it's starting to turn into more of like a mini squeeze, or just a large push to where we would see like $50 or maybe even $100. but we could see a really big squeeze if it was a full squeeze to where there was no manipulation, because GME still had the potential to go to $1,000. You would see a lot more with AMC, with the amount of people that are holding. The problem is we don't have the interest rates to squeeze them out of their positions. How many day trades can you do on Webull per day? It's 3 per day on mainly every platform. That's the case. You can do 3 per week if you have less than $25,000 in that account. But that's why I have to wait until Wednesday, because it's a full week that I would have to wait. I can only do 3 ins and outs per week, unless I obviously pull all the money back into Webull. And obviously I'm gonna have more deposited into Webull as time goes on, but no manipulation, dream on. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. They're gonna want to win. They're stubborn, and they do this manipulating tactic in every single case whenever they lose millions or billions of dollars. It's just how they work. So they're gonna continue to short the position and continue to make money as well on the upside. It's just yeah, it's just absolutely horrible. That was a big yawn. I'm very tired. It's gutted fully, customizable, pulls more than gas. Sorry, Zach, I missed the super chat, but you said it pulls more than gas. It looked like it was only 200 miles for that car, the canoe truck. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that think it's criminal. Of course it is. It's ridiculous how they strategically place this. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, they didn't strategically place it. It was just a sell-off. You're telling me that this right here looks normal. The way that it acted mind you that it was minute charts that I was looking at. And it was the way that I was looking at it, I was just like, what is going on? If you would have seen my face, you would have thought that somebody died, because it completely dropped, and you've seen huge candlesticks. And obviously when you got to here, it was large. And I was just like, this is crazy, the level of manipulation. And I thought that it would pull back, like it would pull all the way back to maybe $10 or so. Then you would see it start to level off again. And who knows, we may actually see that to where it continues on the way down, just like it did before. So they scare people out of their position, saying, oh, well, now I have to wait a whole nother 2 weeks in order for it to push up a little bit more. And yeah, that's pretty much the case. So I'm hoping that we can stay at that $10.50 or $11 mark. But if we continue to decrease, just know that people are going to continue to buy the dips. These dips are going to look more and more enticing to a lot of people if they get lower and lower. So, by the way, I use Schwab. You can do unlimited cash trades there. Do you have more than 25,000 in your account? See what Twitch is saying. 9 people over in Twitch. I have 2 strikes available for me to day trade, but I'm trying to swing. Yeah, that's smart. Adding some swing trades in there and day trading is always good. The thing that I like to do is sometimes I'll add those swing trades in there, like a rocket, right? I got in at $33.80, and then I'll do some day trades in order to bring that cost average down if it does, end up pushing all the way up, or it ends up pulling all the way back. And that's exactly what it did. So I'm continuing to lower my cost average. As it continues to go down, I'm going to keep lowering my cost average just so I can bring it down to a point to where I can make money on the trade and see a substantial increase. And that's what I'm going to do with AMC. I'm going to lower that cost average as the time goes on, figure out where the dips are, where the increases are, and keep lowering it. Only a margin account has 3 trades per limit. Oh, I don't have a margin account over in Fidelity, and I have a 3 trade limit. It's a pattern day trader rule. If you get listed as a pattern day trader, they'll lock you out of your account. Not out of it, but they'll stop you from trading, basically. Those drops make it easier for people to average down. Yes, exactly, Brad. They 100% do. If you can see those huge drops that it does have, once you see that drop, it's like, oh, okay, then I'll get in at these lower points here. I didn't have a chance to get in at a lower point up here because it was slowly growing. It didn't have any type of way of decreasing. And now I see my opportunity, so I'm going to get in. It's exactly what people are thinking. We have about 33 minutes until the market opens. Should be a good one. Hopefully it is a good one. It looks like they're talking about a lot over in the Discord group. I can't wait to get back over there after this live stream ends. I missed your super chat. EG. Thought I just answered it. Oh, no, I didn't. AMC short borrow fee is 15.3% per Quest Fintel are reporting inaccurate numbers. So you're saying it's 15.3%, not what it is over in Fintel. What does Fintel say? I didn't check it today. Let me check what Fintel says. Fintel AMC. So you're saying they're reporting. I know in the past we've had some issues with them reporting inaccurate numbers. Right now the short borrow, all right, let's look at. So the short volume ratio is 31%. That's good to see. Short shares available is 3.9. It looks like they're either gearing up to short the heck out of this as it does go up, or they're really trying to get out of their short positions at any low levels, which if they are, then we would see this price increase. So the short borrow fee rate at 3.7%, you're saying that's wrong? That's actually really low. And the price is going down. It's not something that is going up. You would see that increase as the price goes up. Look over here. That's crazy. I can show you a screenshot from Questrade. Yeah, I mean, are you in the Discord group? If you're in the Discord group, definitely share it with the group so they know as well. Some of them might not be watching at this moment. So yeah, definitely share it there. I would love for you to share it there. You're not in it? Oh, okay. You can also share it on my Instagram. I have my link in the description as well. Or I don't know if I have my Twitter in there. I don't really use Twitter as much, but it should be there. Don't buy at 10, maybe 8. Buy below 10. Yes, you're right, David. Buy below 10, which is something I don't say often, that you're right. No, just joking. But secretly I'm not. I don't know. That's a good question, whatever my Twitter name is. See if I can. Twitter. That's how you know I don't use it often. It is at, you know what? I'll go ahead and share it here. Look at this. This is as easy as this. Boom. Call your broker. How long do you think AMC will go today? I think AMC, it really depends how it does open. If it looks like a negative day, we might see it end up going pretty low today. Probably not breaking below $9, but some people hope that it will, because then we can, get in at lower and lower numbers. But a lot of people are hoping that we continue to see that skyrocket, that increase that we were seeing in the past. But it looks like they may be gearing up to short a lot of the position with 3.9 million short shares available. That's definitely eye-opening. It's continually growing there, and we'll probably see that decrease today so they can short the heck out of it right now. I didn't know that David was doing that. Thank you for timing him out. You got a timeout. You'll learn your lesson. David has left the building. No room for that much negativity. I hear you. Thank you. Man, that guy was annoying. Who's David? It doesn't matter anymore at this point. We have 1,210 people in here. If you could hit that like button, it's almost at 900 likes. That'll be amazing. I'm going to hit the add button. We are less than 30 minutes away from the market actually opening. We're going to see a pretty good day. And someone says it might look like a discount day to buy. I think you might be right. Sam the King, he was promoting himself. Was he? Not right. These are sad, man. You build your channel with hard work and time. Yeah, I mean, it does take a lot of time. It's been 2 years, building the channel, building a community, and, being able to communicate with some people. I didn't do live streams for like the first pretty much year and like 10 months, just because it wasn't something that I was really into. It took a lot of time, and I didn't have the camera set up. My webcam was horrible, so invested in a webcam, and now I can do this. We got 8 viewers over on Twitch. I think that's fun. I'm in the New York area. I'm not on the side of the world. I'm in Australia. I think that's cool. Yesterday was such a great day outside. We're almost at 900 likes. We need 2 likes to get to 900 likes. It's almost to the time to where the market opens, and it's going to be great, I think. Either a day of people. Oh, sorry. I'll check my Twitter in like 2 seconds. Either a day of people getting discounted prices, or we might see the price, go up quite a bit. We're seeing GME at a positive at $272. That's pretty good. Cost is at a positive of $27. Rockets at a positive of 0.08%. Would love to see them up a lot higher because I have a pretty decent stake in there. Roblox is down 3%, down to $71. OCGN is up 3% or 4% basically, up to $9.96, which is pretty good. Hopefully we can continue to see that rise, especially with the the news there. Let's see if there's some partner allowed. Oh, come on, I didn't want to do that. Yep, hopefully we can see some big news there. Tesla has dropped to $672. That's pretty good. We still want to see them drop a little bit more. We might see a negative day from Tesla, a really, really bad negative day. But really, it'll only tell us what's happening, in the open. We do see that crossover 15 moving average to the 200 EMA, which indicates a downtrend, indicates that pulling action. So we'll see how that rides out. What is ZOM doing? So ZOM is looking down. It's almost 3% down. It was up, and I was happy where it was because obviously it closing at $2.10. It says for some reason that the last price was, maybe it does update here. I guess it goes by pre-market prices here, but it doesn't update the P&L. It just goes by pre-market prices here. Yeah, this does update. So $2.04 is the last price. It's very cold down here, and now we're seeing AMC take a little bit of a fall. You're seeing 1.6% of a decrease here. We are above 900 likes. Thank you everybody for hitting that like button. Remember, if anybody wants to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's the first link in there. Today, people said very inappropriate things about me, and that was okay with you. It seems strange that I would be timed out for an opinion, and I've always been respectful with my posts. If you are promoting yourself, it's something that I don't like to see. Maybe if you say something to the fact that, oh, well, you know what, I don't know, what I talk about or something like that, you don't have to promote your channel. The fact that people try and promote their channels when other people's chat is not good. I guess what I like to hear is I'm okay with some sort of negativity, which some people are not okay with negativity. I'm okay with some sort of negativity because I want to hear all sides of the things and understand where people are coming from. But if anyone tries to promote their channel, I don't put up with it, at least. And if I see it, I will shut it down. But I haven't seen it. Somebody else seen it multiple times. So hey, I mean, I'm leaving it up to I totally trust the moderator's opinion. So if they feel like you're being too negative for what's going on in the chat and you're creating yeah, how about we don't time him out, we just hide him. So that's just what's going to have to happen. May I promote my channel, Matthew Perry Fan Club? That sounds like a good channel to promote. I want to be a mod, Perry. The way that I pick mods, it has to be like there's a lot of things that go into it. So I'm not a person that just hands out mods, especially since they do have power to time people out and get people out of here. So it takes a while, and there's some people that I feel as though I can trust to be mods. The 2 people that are mods, I really do trust. Obviously, you need more mods as time goes on, but we'll definitely get more in here. All right, so we have 19 minutes until the market opens, and hopefully we're going to see some positivity here. I would love to see it, but then again, if we see negativity, I'm just buying the dip, and going to be able to lower that cost average. Diego P. Put me on the mod list. You're over here in the Discord group. I can trust anybody that's in the Discord group. As long as people don't take the power and obviously see any type of little negativity and ban them. I do like to see multiple sides of things, but if it continues to be negative, then that's where it's like, all right, well, obviously I'm not coming across as I'm not fighting for this the right way, I guess, or you're not seeing my point. And if you're not seeing my point here and it just continues to be negative and everybody else tells you to go out, then that's what's going to happen. So I'll add you to the list. What's your average on AMC? My average on AMC is $9.46. It was $9.38. I bought in higher. I averaged up in order to sell off some of the position so that I can easily have capital just in case one of these situations happened. And I didn't think that it was going to pull back this far, but I did think that it was going to slowly decrease like it did the last time because I felt like they were going to keep fighting this. My overall thought is that this is going to go on for quite some time until they finally give up or we give up. And what's good is the fact that we're not just going to have one big increase to where people buy at that top and then they can't recover their losses at all. We're going to have that one big increase here, but then we're going to have a decrease, and then we're going to have another big increase, then we're going to have a decrease, then we're going to have a slightly bigger increase, then we're going to have a slightly smaller decrease, and it's just going to keep going back up and down because they want to keep manipulating things. If you sneeze and they don't immediately message in the chat, bless you, banned. That's funny. That's not the power that we want here. Made a deal with AMC to take less percentage of the movie fee going forward, which could be passed on to us if AMC is smart. Can you link that article, Kid Chunk? Can you link that, or just like put it in the chat? You have it. Rocket ship or welfare line? That's a little much. We're almost at 1,000 likes. We are basically 30 away, 28 away. Less than 4,500 sell wall? I don't know what you're talking about here. Nice haircut. I got a haircut like a week ago, I think. But yes, thank you. GME is going above 280. Right now it's sitting at 272. It's a possibility. I think that they have some of the highest potential to have those larger increases. If I could find it at 200 and see that increase, you might see me make a purchase over here in Fidelity, as long as I can log in, which I don't know what's going on with this. Let me close out of everything. So we have the task manager. Suspended. There we go. Perfect. We need both of those checks, Joe. There's usually a person named Joe in here, so I don't want to fall for that by saying, you know, the typical phrase. Look at GME. Just looked at GME. It's a good start. Yeah, I think it's definitely a great start with GME. AMC looks a little bit different with that gap down and then increase, but you see GME that did have a little bit of a gap down, and then we do see that, well, I guess it's maybe a larger gap down because of the price point. The scale is pretty large. So we have 259 down to 244. So yeah, that is a pretty big gap down. And it is a great start of that increase. I guess both of them are kind of following each other. Besides this last couple of minutes here, it's been, you know, increasing, you know, steadily from $9.51 all the way up to $10.28, and now it's kind of, you know, falling down a little bit, may push below $10. But then you see GME that's actually making a little bit of a move here and consistently on the uptrend. I really think you should have 300 shares at $46.50. You really think I should have 300 shares at $46.50? Like for GME? We're over 1,000 likes. Thank you everybody for getting me over 1,000 likes. I appreciate that a lot. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. I do things like this. I haven't uploaded a video today, which is not like me. I spent a lot of time with the family yesterday, so I thought that was something that was important, because this week has been pretty ridiculous with seeing the family, because Erica's been working at night and I work during the day. So it's like now that she's working during the day today, I can see her later today. And you know, I had yesterday with her, so I have 5 shares at $278. See, that's huge. Have you been able to find a way to average down at all? Family over everything. You're right. The funny thing is, I consider everybody that watches me over here family as well. I mean, and I know it sounds like cheesy, I guess, but you know, we communicate with each other literally every single day. I can tell you that I communicate with you guys more than I communicate with a lot of my friends. So consider you guys friends and family. Let's see. We got 8 people watching over there. Yep, 1,000 likes. I don't know what you can do over on Twitch. I don't know if you can hit like the like button or what happens, but it's brand new to me. (8:01 a.m.) All popular stocks have massive spikes in volume. How is that normal? It's not. If you're talking about for certain times of the day, you will see stocks that actually end up having a huge spike at certain points. So like the first 30 minutes, you're going to see huge spikes in the open. and then towards the middle of the day, around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock ish, you're going to see huge spikes as well, or huge volume, I guess. But the problem is that what they did the day when it did decrease is they found out. Well, they didn't find out. They obviously took the time when it was the most volume into it, and they decided to short as much as they possibly could. Short ladder, whatever they were actually doing in order to manipulate it, and then that brought the stock down a crazy amount, which took away most of the volume for the day. You can see a lot of the volume was down volume, I guess, because that's where it was going. You have these naked shorts, I guess, that they're creating. When you stream, so you have so have you on audio on YouTube with my Bluetooth earbuds. I've learned quite a bit from your channel. Thank you by saying, I appreciate that a lot. That means so much. Interesting. Thanks for the info. Yeah, there's always times to where I didn't even look at YouTube. There's a lot of positive things happening here. I love all the positive comments. Thank you for the kind words. On your desktop, I got a picture. Got a picture of the family on your desktop. I don't have a picture of my family on the desktop. My desktop picture keeps, every time I update it, it just goes away for some reason every time I log out of the computer. I don't know why. So that's a problem. Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate the hard work you put into this. Streaming consistently isn't always easy either. It's not. I mean, I love it because if I was streaming and there wasn't a lot of people here and I couldn't really communicate with everybody, then it wouldn't be something that I would love to do. Like if it's over 100 people, I'm fine with it because that's where I can communicate with a lot of people. But if it's like usually, I don't know, 10 people or 20 people, that's what I was afraid of having 10 or 20 people anytime I stream. And that's just spending hours doing that. And yes, you're creating a more of a personal connection between those people that watch you stream. It's just very difficult to do that. So if I can stream on YouTube, have hundreds of people watching and communicate with, especially about something that I love, yeah, it's perfect. AMC is not a dead cat. We learned a lot listening to you, Matt. You don't seem to be hyped up. Just the facts, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm all about. And I don't ever claim to know everything, to tell you the truth. I don't ever claim to know everything. I tell you that I am it looks like GME is having a little bit of a run, right? I tell you that I am a day trader, that I like to day trade different things that I put in place in order to gain profits, things that I would do in this situation in order to bring my cost basis down. I tell you about swing trading and how much I know about it. But I also tell you about anything that I have with long-term investing. It looks like it's starting to come back. Long-term investing, I'm not really the best person to go to when it comes to long-term, like over years in time. Obviously, putting money into stocks and letting it sit there is probably the best situation, and I understand that you could put the money in mutual funds, index funds. I'm just saying that you put the money into a stock and let it sit there and grow over time. That's obviously the best form of long-term investing. A cat can pick, investments, great investments over a year's time, and we're going to prove this. So, yeah, I try to be as honest, as transparent, as open as possible. It looks like we have 5 minutes until the market opens, and we're going to have some good movement here, I think. I think we're going to have some great movement. I hope it's just not a flat day to where it's like really dead, because those days tend to be like dull in the morning. I want to see it move so that I can, I don't know, sound like one of those horse racer announcers or whatever. Or I'm calling an auction, I guess. I'm in on the cat pick. Yeah, that's good. I think it's going to be fun to be able to have that portfolio. So I'll make sure to display that portfolio every week. So when I do the video, I'm going to do it bi-weekly, and then the next week I'm going to do more of an update on what was going on with Carl's portfolio, and yeah, it should be good. Thanks for suggesting selling and rebuying to average down for free. That helped me out. That's great to hear, because some people just didn't understand it. And we're saying, like, how can you average down for free? Technically, you're putting your money in there and then you're taking it right out at a higher price, so that you can, reap the benefits of that increase and bring the cost basis down consistently. So if you clearly, so if you clearly see that your cost basis is high, you can invest at a lower point. And it did go down something like what Rocket did, where it was at $33, and my cost base was at $33.80, and you can bring it down to $31.40 without really spending a dime. You can take some money, put it in there, make sure that it's at a point to where it's going to gain and that it's not going to fall down, right? You don't want it to decrease, and then you end up with a higher cost basis. But you see it as it's going up. It does go up a couple of cents, and make sure you're disciplined whenever you see it go down. Just get out, because it makes it easier on you if you can literally just scalp by putting your money in there, taking it out, putting your money in there, taking it out, and bringing your cost basis down. I've done this multiple times, and if I usually have 25,000 in the account, it makes it so easy to bring your cost basis down to wherever you want, especially for a swing trade, because typically you would bring that down for a swing trade. For a day trade, it's a different story. How are you having a cat chew stocks? Placing a paper down or something? Yeah, so I have, basically I have multiple papers with, well, I was thinking of like them sitting in a box, but basically I have multiple little papers down to where I will put the stock name in there, and I'll put a treat on top of it, and then I'll hold him, and whatever treat he goes to, he picks the stock. So that's a very simple way of doing it. We have 1,031 people in here. If you could hit the like button, that would be amazing. We have 1,030 people in here and 1,040 likes. That's really good. Obviously, people that left. There's some people in here that still haven't hit the like button. But we're about to open soon. We got 1 minute until we open. Right now, it looks like AMC is still hovering around that $10.17 mark. You're not serious, Matt. Yes, I am. You should do a video on that. I am doing a video. So the video is on Patreon. I'm putting everybody, and then what I'll do is I'll probably find a way to upload that to YouTube and give an update on what's happening in the month, and then show where Carl's stock picks are. And the only way you can get in real time to understand what those stock picks will be is by being on Patreon. So it's the second tier that's over there. You also get access to the Discord group as well. So more likes than viewers. Yes. All right, so we have 9:30 here. Let's see what it does. So typically we're going to see this decrease that we would see with AMC. That's typical. Let's see if it does go down, or we see a lot of positivity here. It looks like GME is pulling down as well. It's down past, it was about to go past 170 or 270. You could see that AMC is making a little bit of moves. Let's see if we have that. Yeah, it's not looking like, yeah, there we go. It's looking like it's pulling back. I don't know if it will get below. You have a lot of buy walls at $10.05. So you have 24,000 shares, which just got bought up. But look at those decreases. Might hit below $10. You have a buy wall at $10. Let's see, you have a couple of sell walls here. Actually, I don't see too many large sell walls. I see a lot of large buy walls. Did we get below? We just got below $10. Here we go. It's starting to decrease. It's down 2.6%. GME is starting to move back up. It did go back down to $267, but AMC is now hovering around that $9.97 mark at a low. You have a lot of people buying, a lot of people looking to sell at $10. Don't know why they would look to sell at $10. Yeah, averaging down is literally to the point to where it could be the best bet here. You're gonna call me out for not hitting the like button, and I thought we were cool. We are cool. We are cool. Just hit that like button. $9.94 is where we're at now. We're looking for a little bit of a pull. We're gonna pull up here. Look at that, pushing. We are pushing. Oh, starting to come back. So it's looking like it's not something that's a very exciting day so far, and usually the first 30 minutes tell you how it's going to go. We did get up to 280, so people that did have buys in at 280, did anybody take any profits here? So take profit and just take your time bidding low. How far down goes AMC to drop for the SSR to kick? It has to be, I think, 10% down, which the day that it dropped down, it didn't drop down 10%. It was like 9 point something percent or something. Can't see why anybody would be selling at $10. Me neither, 100%. I never understood why someone would be selling at $10. There's so much potential to push this stock up, and how many people that are holding, it's crazy. Like, I feel like it makes me think like a conspiracy theorist when I see all of these downticks, these huge downticks, and think that nobody's going to sell at that point. But you do have people that bought in at lower points at like, $6, and they're looking to just take a profit here and watch it go down. And I understand what they're thinking there, but they can't possibly think that it's going to go back down to their break-even point. Yo, GME is dropping like crazy. Why are they dropping like crazy? It's making a little bit of a move downward, but you could see where it's starting to settle. You have some buy walls up. Now it's starting to pull down. Now it's starting to move back down, back below 280. I would imagine there's people that are taking their profits looking for it to go back down to 200. And I understand why. I mean, if it does go down to 200, there's a lot of people that could get into the game there and watch it go up by maybe $30, $40 and then probably get out or something like that. We should have hit $30 by now with AMC. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would agree. AMC is still hovering around $10.10, $10.09. Now let's see what's going on Twitch. We have 9 people watching on Twitch. Nothing to get excited about. Yeah, it's not really that exciting. Tesla is going up. What's Tesla doing? Tesla's actually going down. Well, it's going up here, but it started at $667. Thought we would see more of a negative day. We might still see a downturn here. We might see it stair step on the way down, which is the case, and you're going to see that stair stepping action. So you might start seeing more negatives. With GME, it's a different story. It's not really matching what AMC is doing, but you are seeing that stair stepping, and if we do see that continue to decrease, that's going to confirm that we are stair stepping on the way down. GME is still hovering around that 270 mark, with it dropping down a little bit. You might see a little bit of a stair stepping there as well. It might just be a delayed matching of that, because AMC pretty much hit at this point, stair stepped on the way, while you've seen GME open up and push up and then stair step, and maybe you'll see that increase bounce off. Let's see if we have any support levels. I don't see any true support levels. It's really decreasing here. We got a cat. I am so tired. Tesla stock is basically hype as well. Just want to average down so bad for AMC. Tesla under $700 is a buy. I think it is. It's just you can gain a lot more, and that may be being greedy. Is it okay to ask me about my portfolio? Sure. Not really long-term portfolio. I have a lot of other things that are in there, like my brother's investment account, some other people's investment accounts too. Just holding it for them, let them understand, walking them through a lot of this investing stuff. So it's definitely a different situation there. The short term is mainly what you're seeing, and I like to keep my short-term portfolio as something that's not swing trade. I'm not really looking for a lot of swing trades. I have a couple of them, but mainly I will do a lot of day trades that you will see. So it's not anything to where I'm holding a ton. Straight up short ladder attacks, that could be the possibility. It does look like we are seeing, yep, we're starting this stair stepping down. We are starting to increase. If we can see it pass by, this high point, then we'll, kind of confirm that, or look at that as taking away that stair stepping down opportunity for them. But we are seeing it very close to the 200 EMA. This cat is starting to rub my leg yet again, like he did yesterday. Having a heart attack with GNUS. I mean, it's not really making any ridiculous moves here. It is going up, but you did see that 200 the 15 moving average pass over the 200 EMA, which does indicate an uptrend, but now you're starting to see that come back a little bit, and it might be leveling out as you start to see this large green candlestick. So interesting. AMC still hovering around that, $10, between $10 and $10.19. It's really just moving from there. GME is something that you're not really seeing too much positive movement. You're not really seeing too much movement here. It's kind of boring, kind of bland at this point. Can you explain the 20K pattern day trade better? Yeah, so if you have, so mainly each brokerage account has their own rule, this pattern day trader rule, right? Where you're not allowed to day trade, have more than 3 ins and outs in a week. If you have 4 ins and outs in a week, then they will list you as a pattern day trader, to where you will be, your account will be locked. Not saying you couldn't get into it and get your money. You could do that. You just can't trade. And that would be obviously a bad situation for you. And I don't know how many times before they completely say you can't trade anymore. I think it might be 2. But yeah, once you're listed as a pattern day trader, you can't do that. But if you have $25,000 in your account, then you can day trade. The reason why they do this is mainly to make the market less volatile. So a lot of the rich people keep making money. A lot of the mutual funds, index funds, all of these different funds that depend on a portion of the stocks going up, they can make money just to make it more predictable for them, and also make individual stocks more predictable as well. So the pattern day trader rule is something that I absolutely despise, because I like to split up money into different areas. Obviously, I like to do some long-term stuff with Fidelity, but I'll average down with Fidelity as I start to look at those long-term things. Like if I see the stock price up to $12 and then it drops all the way down to $9, I'll continuously average down until I can bring that average cost down to $9. They don't really allow you to do that if you have less than that. So mainly I would need to put 25 and 25 in each account, but I only like to put 25 or 30 into a day trading account, and then I'll put the rest, any type of gains, and I understand that you do need to pay money on the gains, but I'll put some gains, half the gains, into a long-term investment account and let that sit there in like a dividend grower or, you know, a mutual fund or something like that. But if I do have that dividend grower to where I want to keep the money in there, but also average down the cost, I'll continually buy into it and average it down. So it's a little tough in that aspect, but hopefully that does explain it in some way. It was kind of long-winded of an answer. This is looking positive. GME looks like it's making a little bit of moves. It looks pretty positive there. AMC is now doing something big here. Let's go. Let's go. $10.40. I just bought in AMC stupidly at $11.57 cost average. Should I just average down? If you could find a way to bring that cost average down, like with here, if you could have gotten in here and rode that on the way up, you would have gained a significant amount compared to where you were before that. So like from $10 up to $10.40, if you bought in more shares, you would gain 40 cents more share, 40 cents more a share, you know, on top of that. Well, however many shares you buy in times however many shares you buy in. So if you wanted to average down and then end up selling at this point and then average down again, like you could do that to bring your cost average down. But obviously people don't like to hear me say that because they think that it's going to bring the price down. The only thing bringing the price down this much is manipulation. You could see it. 30,000 orders, 30,000 people want to sell at $10.89. Get out of here. 30,000 people want to sell at that point. You have a bunch of people that want to sell at $10.38. But yeah, I think we're going to see some pretty, it looks like we're seeing some pretty decent movement. It looks really positive between these. Tesla is still down by 3%. OCGN is up by 7%, up to $10. That's looking really good. Roblox is starting to decrease. You see it creeping down to that $70 mark. Hopefully, I would like to see it, you know, drop down. Rocket, unfortunately, from my situation, is dropping down more to $25.36. They just love to mess with me, don't they? Let's see. It looks like AMC is starting to pull back a little bit, back down to $10.30-ish. GME is also making a little bit of a move down. It looks like it's stair-stepping as well. It looks like it might be late to the party when it comes to comparing it to AMC. A little late to the party, but you did see that massive increase that we did have where it was at a point being overbought at 74 on the RSI and having that little bit of decrease, and now it's starting to sit a little bit lower on the RSI, which it will adjust as it starts to go up. You see it cross, which is good, indicating that you are going to see more of a bullish run, which you did see that bullish run. Might have been a little late to the party at this point, but yeah. Will AMC be up Monday? I'll tell you this, it's very difficult to predict what a stock like this is going to do. I'll tell you that, it's extremely difficult. So I would say yes, I want to say yes, but you really don't know until you see how the after hours market goes. You see the pre-market. If the pre-market looks positive, then most likely you're going to see a positive day. You're going to see a lot of volume flow into it. Pre-market looks negative, you could still see a positive day, but you also might have the chance of it, you know, turning back. On the 25K thing, you fall below, behind on settled funds, then you also have to wait to day trade. Yes and no. So for Fidelity, I know that I have an issue with settled funds. I think it's like you can't go in and out more than twice. So with funds that are not settled, so they'll use funds that are settled right from the start. So they'll prioritize that as funds that are settled. Looks like we passed by that high right there. And when they use that, after you get to a point to where everything is unsettled funds, if you continue to use that, then yes, they won't allow you to trade after that. But I haven't had any trouble with Webull. I traded in and out with those unsettled funds 3 times in a row, and there was no problem from what I've seen. So yes, in some cases you do have to wait for it to settle. In other cases you don't. It depends what platform that you're using. But yeah, you can trade with, like, trading with 25K usually means that you're probably not going to get to a point to where you're using unsettled funds. Some brokerage accounts, it takes a long time for them to settle the actual funds in there. Other ones, it doesn't. I'm so hungry. I need to get food. With E-Trade, it's 4 trades before it's restricted. That's good to know. That's really good to know. Just got 2 free AMC on Webull. Awesome. That's great to hear. I haven't actually. I tried to do that. I don't think I got any free stocks for AMC in a while. I have 14 free stocks at this point. Let's go over here. Let's bring this on screen over here. Let's show you what free stocks I get while that stock is going up. Let's look at what AMC is doing, and let's also show what free stocks I'm going to get. Let's bring it over here so I can see. Hopefully you don't. I guess that's good. That's good. Let's see what free stocks we get. I got AMC, $10.45. I got AR. I got another AR. Another AR. Another AR. I got AMC. Another AR. VNGA. AR. AR. Come on. Why did it not load? Come on, man. What's going on here? AMC, AMC, and AR. Okay, we're getting some good movement there. Thank you for the super chat, Chase. On my way to chase the white ball, and I wanted to get your thoughts on DraftKings. I bought in at $65 because I think it should be a $100 stock. Also, what brand clubs do you play with? I play with strictly Nike clubs. I just love the way that they move. Like, they just feel lighter to me, and I can get more distance out of them. So I have the why did I want to say COVID? It's I can't remember the name of them, but they're the red Nike clubs. I'm blanking on the name, but yeah, I use those, and my driver and 3-wood are tailor-made. I have a Scotty Cameron putter. Putter is my favorite club. Obviously, that's where you save the most strokes. Let's see, DraftKings. I did like DraftKings in the past. You think that they should be a $100 stock. Let's see what it did in the past. Let's see the history. I love seeing the history. So seeing the history, you can see that what's good is the fact that recently you did see it surpass this point. The fact that it had 2 touch points and it didn't pass by it meant that it was going to resist it. And the way that it resisted it the first time, and maybe this was, let's see, this was 10 and 2. Yeah, the way that it resisted it the first time, it seemed like it was pretty tragic. And the fact that you did have that comeback is good. So you might be right. It should be a $100 position, but you're going to see a couple of pullbacks as you go along. Up here, if you could have gotten in, at a lower point, you're going to see a bunch of pullbacks. And it looks like it has those consistently. So if you're looking to get in, or if you already have the position, you might want to wait for a slight pullback, because I think it is going to pull back under $65 as it starts to continue to trail up. Let's look at the trend line here. One. Oh, I drew a horizontal line. Let me trash this. Let me draw a trend line. I'm going to draw it, and then we could see what's going to happen here. I could draw a trend line between these two touch points, right? On the way up, you're probably going to see that touch point. See if I can draw another trend line. You're probably going to see that touch point probably continue to go up, surpass this mark right here, maybe to 70, 76, some odd dollars, and then you're going to see that come back maybe to like around under 64, in my opinion, 64, 65. And possibly come back to wherever this 200 EMA is, because that seems to be the trend. It does come back to it at least, if not surpass it. And then you're going to see that buying point somewhere around that $64 instead of where it's at $70. So you might see more of a pullback today, and this might be the initial pullback. It might be a smaller pullback than I thought, and it does come back to the 200 EMA, and it goes well below 65, and then you can buy in at one of those points, because I do feel like it is going up. You're right. It might be a $100 position. I don't really know the true value of it. As you start to get into some of the news, you could probably figure that out. But in my opinion, just using technical analysis, it looks like you can see an uptrend with this. And the fact that it did push past this $65 mark or $64 mark where it had multiple touch points is a huge deal. So hopefully that helps, Chase. But yeah, I use Nike clubs, TaylorMade clubs, and I have my Scotty Cameron putter. AMC to $12, excuse me? I thought you were saying AMC was taking off and I missed it. AMC is making some pretty decent moves there. Looking good, up 1%. You're seeing some positivity here. Let's continue to see this positivity. I think with them, let's look at the Fintel number, see if that is updated. So it looks like they have 4.1 million short shares available. Are they letting go of a lot of their short positions at this point? They would be losing a ton of money as they shorted it initially at $2. And did they let go of those shorts? Possibly. And now they're starting to let go of some of these shorts here. So we need to gauge this situation to see if they're actually giving up. So many updates. Because if they're actually giving up, then that'll be a bad situation for us. We have 10 people viewing over on Twitch. GTT actually moving up. Oh my God. What's GTT? Yeah, we're seeing AMC make a little bit of a move here. If you would have gotten in at this point to be able to, average up or something, you could have gotten a pretty decent move at this point. What's GTT? Yeah, GTT is actually making a move. I don't know what they are. But seeing that crossover is definitely an indicator that it is going to continue to move up. Just watch out for it being overbought. At this point, it is starting to be overbought, so you are seeing something that's probably going to pull back a little bit. I don't know if it will pull back right now, but know that it will find a way to pull back to this 15 moving average. Right now, the 15 moving average is chasing it by far, but just watch out for that, because that may be a hard fall or it might level out. But just know that it will find a way to pull back. It's a cloud tech company. It looks like they're having massive growth right now. Huge. I'll keep an eye out on DraftKings, because I think DraftKings definitely look like a great situation to me. To find a one. Oh, I need to update my watch lists. Delete some of these watch lists, add more into there. We have 970 people in here. Continue to hit that like button if you didn't hit the like button. Also, if you're interested in my Discord group, it's the first link in the description. It does, one, help out the channel. Also, it limits the amount of people that can go in there, because it is $5. Some people don't want to pay anything to go in a Discord group, but personally, I've been in multiple Discord groups where they had thousands of people, and it's very difficult to get any question answered. So that's what I'm looking to do. It's at 1060. AMC is at 1060. It's making moves. GME is 275. It's pretty much staying a little bit flat here, but the 15 moving average is above the 200 EMA, which is a good thing. We are seeing a consistent growth here. It's moving up for AMC, making some pretty decent gains at this point. Really moving up, getting back up to $11. I think they're covering their shorts at this point. I think they're definitely covering it while people are buying in. You can look at the Fintel numbers. So the Fintel numbers, let's see if we can we have any type of update on that. I just looked at it, but pretty sure. The Fintel numbers, now we're at 4.1 million short shares available. The short borrow fee rate is still 3.7%. Short volume is 31%. So yeah, it's looking like they're doing something there. And maybe they're gearing up to short the hell out of this thing, and that might be the possibility. But they are. It looks like they are offing some of their short positions. Which either way, I think this company is valued at $10. It should be valued at $10 as long as we still see that we see them change some of their business plans and stuff. I think I had a notification here. What were we looking at here? Oh, fee to borrow. Okay, so now I see the fee to borrow. I just checked it out. The fee to borrow is 15.37% from what they said. I'm sure. Does it say short shares available here? Let's see if I can. Goes through the short float. Oh, that can't be right. 200%? What the hell is that? Doesn't make sense. All right, so it looks like we're really making moves. We're about to push $11 at this point. This looks really good, really positive. Hopefully we can sustain this. I mean, right now it's being overbought by far, by a lot here. So if we can sustain this, level this out, and then end up still increasing, that would be great. It's definitely a huge bull run at this point. Huge run. I know. 1081. That's what I'm talking about. When we are expecting an attack. When are we expecting an attack? We'll probably expect an attack maybe later today. They're probably going to do it at high volume areas. So anytime that we do have high volume, they'll, like, the fact that they're not attacking right now is definitely something that's huge. But you can see that it was an attack previously. Look at this, $11.16. There is evidence on Fintel, Eyebrow Desk, Eyebrow, and Fintel are both paid lying companies. Check Ameritrade and borrow rate is 15 to 19%. Call your broker. Okay, all right, that's good to hear. So you're saying that at what point do you take your profits? Whenever you feel like you need to take your profits, definitely take your profits. I'm not going to hold you back from your profits. Definitely have profit hands. You know, that's what it's all about. People say diamond hands all the time. I don't want people to just sit on things. If they feel like it's going to go up, then hold on to it. If you feel like you can take your profits, take your profits. I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm not going to be that person that tells you, no, don't sell, don't sell. You know, find your best bet to where you can get out and get out. And then if you want to get back in when it goes low, if it does go low, then do that. If it goes very high and you make a wrong decision, either way, you made a profit from it. You didn't lose any money, you made profits. So that's all I have to say about that. Like my opinion on selling is, I know I'm going to push to that $15 to $20 mark. I know it got pushed up for me because of we're seeing a little bit of a decrease here. This looks like just regular movement. It makes sense because we're being overbought at this point. You see how far we're being overbought, and now we were well above 70, 83. So it makes sense if it does find a way to come back to the 15 moving average. That's 100% reasonable. Don't get discouraged if that does happen. I'm convinced that AMC has so much potential. It does. It has a lot of potential. This is why I'm still holding on to it. Yes, there are multiple times to where I could have literally sold at highs. There have been so many times where it got up to $11, could have sold, came back to like $7. Then I could have bought in at $7, went up to $11. Then it came down to $9, could have went up to $11 again. There's so many instances to where you can sell and end up profiting on this. But I don't end up doing it because I know it has so much potential. And normally I would do that. Normally I would see it increase a heck of a lot and then sell and then get in at a lower price. But I'm not doing that at the moment. And the thing is you continue to lower that cost basis if you buy, like, say, look at this. People that think that no matter what, if you buy above your original cost basis, that you're losing money on the deal. That's not the case. If you get up to $12 and you sell and it comes back to $10, but your original cost basis was $9, you just made $4,000 on the deal. So no matter where you get in at, your cost basis is going to lower. As long as you made money and then you got in lower than where you made money, your cost basis is going to be lower because ultimately you made money on the deal and you're putting more of that money in there. Does that make sense? So if you get up to $12, your original cost basis is $9, it's what's called a wash sale. And I can do a mirror on this, or mirror. I just read somebody that said mirror, and I said I can do a mirror. I can do a chart on this. Or, Jesus, I'm looking at charts too. All right, I can do a video on this and talk about wash sales, because wash sales are definitely something you need to take into account when it comes to swing trading. Because if you can get up to the top, especially with this bet, if you can get up to the top and sell at $11, get in at $9, you're going to bring that cost basis, the original cost basis, down. So people don't understand that. And then you'll also increase the amount of shares that you have. So what you have to do is you buy into, yeah, Matt's getting tired. I am getting tired. You buy in at that low point, you sell at the high point. And then when you do buy in at lower than that, like say if you could have sold at $12.48 and then sold at or bought back in at $9, you buy back in with all of the money that you had, which lowers your cost basis a heck of a lot. So technically you're just taking $15,000 out or so, and maybe $3,000 of that is gained, but you're putting $15,000 into that at a lower point to where you're gaining more shares, lowering that cost basis. Does that make sense? Sounds like a good idea for a video. I think it is. All right, so it's 10:04. I need to stop streaming at this point. It's pushing $11. I'll make sure to chit chat with you guys over on the Discord group. Make sure you hit that link if you're not part of the Discord group. If you're a person that wants to watch these videos every morning, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Also hit the like button before you leave here. And if you want free stocks with Webull, click the link in the description. There's a Webull link where you can get 2 free stocks and all of that. But I'm gonna have to get out of here. Thank you everybody for showing up. I'm sorry I couldn't answer everybody's questions. I'm happy to address everybody on Twitch. If you're willing to hit that follow button, hit the follow button. That does help me out a ton. I'll keep streaming. I don't think I'll become affiliate over there. I'll just keep streaming over there. But yeah, it'll be fun. All of it will be fun. Make sure you join the Discord group if you want to. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.